Yes, everybody, we are back alive in the building for some Champions League, hopefully for a lot more Champions League drama to come tonight. Obviously, the game where a remontada is going to be on the line, where a major comeback will be needed, is in Madrid as Real lost 3-0 to Arsenal in the first leg. They do seem to believe they could do it, though. When you look at what the players have been sharing, what the players have been saying the past 48 hours, bro, the Real Madrid media, the players, everybody involved in that football club seems very confident that a comeback is on the cards, you know? So what I'm just hoping for, because I think most of us can probably agree that we kind of want both teams to lose, so I think we just want drama. We want a great game, even though, let's be real, it is very unlikely. And maybe Madrid of the past, I would have believed it more. But Madrid on the pitch this season, yes, they obviously have so much individual quality. And maybe that's where they do stand a chance tonight. Because of, if a Kylian Mbappe puts up the biggest performance of his life tonight, then yeah, maybe he can single-handedly get Real Madrid over the line. You never know with when you have star players like that. But on the pitch this season, Real haven't been that good. When you look at La Liga, you look at certain losses, Carlo Ancelotti, a lot of Real Madrid fans don't even want Carlo Ancelotti apparently, at the club still. So it'll be interesting to see how tonight goes. But again, because of the quality of some of those players, I think anything is possible. Let's be real. And we saw yesterday, nobody expected either of those games to be interesting, and both of them were very interesting, which just says a lot. You know what I mean? It says a whole lot. Daily Aura, nice to see you in the building, who says, I got 5 memberships that Arsenal knocks out Real Madrid and progresses to the semi-final. That's how confident I am. Oh, you'll gift. You're saying you'll gift, Deliora? Veggies, nice to see you in the building. Arya, nice to see you, says, to be honest, I think Arsenal will win. I'm going to have another side screen of the Inter Milan Bayern game, because that should be interesting as well. That's much closer in terms of scoreline. Inter did win away from home in the first leg, but it was only 2-1, so you never know. You never know, even though even Bayern fans didn't seem that confident from what I saw at least. But Elena, nice to see you in the building. My day's been okay. How's yours been? You're at the Bernabeu. That's crazy, bro. How's the atmosphere? Invisible Duo is in the building too. Says, how are you doing, Leo? I'm doing well. My prediction for the game. You know what? I believe in miracles, so I'm gonna say 4-1 Real Madrid. I'm gonna say 4-1 Real Madrid, and for it to go to extra time, because I believe in miracles. Why not? Otherwise, most of us would not watch. If any of us came in the building tonight to experience this game together, and let's see if the Europa League music is on. No, they got it right. Listen, they're not playing the Europa League music. They're playing actual Champions League music at the Bernabeu tonight. Sashan, thank you very much. You'll never walk alone. We got King Kenny in the building. I love your freaking username. Ryan, I think I'm going to shave it pretty soon, but it's been fun while I had it. Freddie in the building. Was good. Top football edits. Wild prediction. Yeah, 4-1. I mean, I don't know if I fully believe it, but like I said, if I go into watching any football game and I believe it's already over before it's been played, then it's not worth watching. Then there's just nothing on the line. Then it's as if we'd be watching a friendly, which no thank you. Like, this is a quarterfinals of the Champions League, and you never know. You really never know. Super Subasai says remontada on the line tonight. So you believe it? Guys, I want everybody in the chat right now to either spam, and I'm specifically talking about the Real Madrid Arsenal game. Spam I believe if you think a comeback is on the cards, and you can spam I don't believe if you don't think a comeback can be on the cards. Me personally, like I said, I'm going to say I believe, not because I have any special feelings towards Real Madrid. I really don't. But like I said, I just love football, and I do think in football absolutely anything can happen. And we saw that last night, that both teams were that close to taking the games at least to extra time, when nobody expected it. I believe. Wow, most of you guys believe in the building, so we're going to have good energy here. Woo! Shout out to you guys. Most of you believe. Let's see what you guys are spamming here. I believe. Some of you guys obviously are saying I don't believe, but a big majority, I would say, are believing. Elena says, it's been good. I'm so excited for tomorrow because I'm going to Wicked. Oh, enjoy, Elena. That's going to be unreal. Look, yeah, most of you guys believe Odegaard. Wow, Vasquez is the captain of Real Madrid. I didn't realize. Well, at least for this game with the injuries they have. But bro, Vasquez captain for Real Madrid, and then Odegaard obviously the captain for Arsenal. But yeah, I'm a little bit surprised by that. I don't want to believe, says Isaac. I don't want to believe. Merino playing down the middle again, bro. This is what I mean about football being so unpredictable too. Imagine at the beginning of the season saying that Mikel Merino would end up playing down the middle in a quarterfinal against Real Madrid and scoring against them. That's what I mean about football. That's why I don't go into any sort of game thinking that it's set in stone already, because there's a lot of things that are just unexpected. And that's why we love this game. That's why we love this game, like we saw last night. Hello, it's me. What's up? Nice to see you in the building. It's me that won the signed Doku card. Ooh, nice, Aiden. You know, JSM44, James is at the game tonight. And his prediction for the game, you guys, is a 4-0 win for Real Madrid. 4-0 win is his prediction, which is crazy. Daily Or says, I heard the Real Madrid players were watching Liverpool comeback videos against Barcelona to get hyped up for this match. Of course they would. It's in our freaking DNA. And I still, Daily Or, still when I think back to that night, I cannot believe that Bobby Firmino and Mohamed Salah weren't fit to play. I think it's crazy. I'm gonna hydrate right now for us to experience another night full of drama, because that's what we're here for. Shout out to you, Jake Kelly. Elena, I will. Thank you. Do you think Declan Rice is going to score another? There we go. Sorry, I didn't realize it was a moment of silence for I'm not exactly sure who the two that they had a moment of silence, if anybody in the chat knows. But yeah, we just had a moment of silence there, and the game is about to kick off now. The game is about to kick off. Let me get the timer ready, you guys. I'm at the game, Fishy, no way. How's the atmosphere? I'm going to be turning up. Kamavinga, yeah, is suspended. Arsenal get the game kicked off, you guys. It has officially kicked off. I want to hear your score predictions in the building. I want to hear your score predictions. Like I said, I think it's going to be 4-1. And the game is going to go to extra time. But that might just be what I hope happens. That might just be wishful thinking, like I said. Cherki or Elliott, oh, it's too hard to compare them. They're such different players. It's too hard. Did you make this? Let me pull up the ball movement too. Finney's in the building. Nice to see you. 4-1, 4-0. Wow, a lot of you guys do believe in the comeback. A lot of you guys are believing in the comeback, I see here. Damn. A lot of you guys. You think it's going to go to penalties? Imagine it goes to penalties, you guys. Alright, you guys, just let me know if you can see. Let me know if you can see the ball movement. And if you can hear the crowd noise as well. I just want to make sure it's all set up for the game. We're about a minute into the game right now. Patrick's in the building. Nice to see you. What's good? Who says, I'm so excited. The game could go one or two ways. Another 3-0 Arsenal or a 4-0. Wow, you think Arsenal capable of winning 3-0? That surprises me, bro. That surprises me. But again, I'm not going to say anything's impossible. Especially in the Champions League, I'm not going to say anything's impossible. What I will say is I don't think Declan Rice will score another free kick. I don't think so, because that would be too wild. Way too wild. Yo, Maps, nice to see you in the building. But yeah, just imagine how loud the stadium would get it if Real got an early goal. Oh, Mbappe, guys, already a corner attack here. Vinny cuts inside to Mbappe. Oh my God, 1-0. 1-0 already. Oh no, but he's offsides. Yeah, I mean, that was clear. That was clear, but you see what I mean? Guys, a goal can come out of nowhere like that. And if Vinny is going to look that... Yeah, oh wow, he was miles offsides. Miles. Look at the way he redirected the ball with his chest, though. That was a good piece of play. But guys, that's what I mean. Like, if Vinny is going to be his electric self tonight, because I don't think he's been in his best self this season, but if he is tonight, then we know he's a handful to defend. And again, if they get a goal that counts in the opening 10 minutes, think about how loud and how difficult it would get for Arsenal. Guys, just imagine. This could get wild. Patrick says, I do think Arsenal could dominate again because Real Madrid could concede one goal and then just give up. I don't think they're just going to give up at home, bro. I don't think they're not the type of team to just give up at home, even if they haven't been playing their best football this season. You know? But the only thing is that I think some people are underestimating is Arsenal have been very good defensively. You know what I mean? So you can't discount that. You cannot discount that. Oh, Mbappe. Look at the pace from Mbappe. Guys, there seems to be so much space as well. Look at the amount of space. Vinny here on the left-hand side now. He crosses it, but it's cleared away. Cleared away by Lewis Skelly. And now Arsenal are going to have a counter. But oh, that's a bad tackle from Alaba. That's definitely going to be a yellow. Yeah, it's a yellow card for David Alaba. That's a clear yellow. But damn, guys, left back of Real Madrid is already on a yellow. And he's going to be up against Bukayo Saka all night. So that's one to watch out for. Bukayo Saka has to put pressure on him. Because less than 4 minutes in, he's already on a yellow. And that's a crunching tackle. That deserves a yellow. I'm going to hydrate for an early goal because we want the drama. Vinny. Bro, Vinny has looked lively so far. If he puts on his top kind of performance, then again, that could be a difference maker tonight. It really could be. Who are you going for? Mary, I just want a game full of drama. That's all I want. Because I don't want either team to go through, so I don't have an option. I don't have much option. I'm so excited for another night of action. Me too, Patrick. I was so hyped for this. And then tomorrow night, again, we'll do another live for Man United against Lyon, which should be an interesting one. And for that one, I can tell you I'll be supporting Lyon. So, yo, Natalia, nice to see you back in the building, supporting. How's your day been? It's your birthday in 2 days, Stevie G. Happy early birthday. I love your username. Saka needs to take on Alaba the rest of the match. Absolutely, Shrek. That's what he'll do. And I'll bet you Arteta and the coaching staff now, they'll know that's where Real Madrid can be even more vulnerable. Because Alaba's just going to have to be careful for the rest of the game. And that could allow more space, more freedom for Bukayo Saka. You never know. And we saw how good Bukayo is. In the first leg, I thought he was outstanding, especially in the first leg. And Odegaard loves to link up. Oh, Bukayo Saka has it. Out wide, he shoots. Oh my God. I thought that was that was nearly in from Bukayo Saka. He shot it with his right foot as well. Guys, that was with Bukayo Saka's weaker right foot. Have a look at this. It was a good piece of play, I think. Was that Lewis Skelly? No, Timber. It was Timber. That was not far off, honestly. It's a shame we aren't there to enjoy it. We will next season, though. Patrick, we're all gonna have so much. We're all gonna want to make things right so badly next season that I think we're gonna go. Next season, I think special things will happen for us in the Champions League. And at the same time, well, the stress levels do go down for a little bit for us because there's less on the line. Although yesterday, I was really feeling the stress of the game, even if it wasn't Liverpool. It's just like there was so much on the line, you know? Shout out to you, Mary Slattery. Thank you for the support. It means the world. I really appreciate it. Big up to you. Ashwini is supporting Real Madrid tonight. Storsta says, Leo, I'm going to Paris tomorrow night and I'll be in the city in Disneyland. Oh my God, enjoy it. That's going to be so much fun. Enjoy. Je viens d'arriver de Birmingham et maintenant je suis à Paris. Bah Antoine, t'as quand même vécu un match incroyable hier. It's a long trip for you to get to that game at Villa Park, but man, man was it full of drama. 5-goal thriller. Oh, Bukayo Saka has it here. Look at the way he gets around David Alaba. He shoots. And it's a pretty comfortable save for Thibaut Courtois. But guys, Bukayo Saka looks on it tonight. Look, he's always taking on his man 1v1 and he's extremely direct with it. That definitely is going to be the main threat. We know how good Bukayo is, bro. How good he is. Yeah, okay, let me do a poll right now. You just asked. I got you, bro. Who are you supporting tonight? Whoa, guys, the first one with his right foot was so close. That first chance from Bukayo Saka was absolutely brilliant. Fair play, Bukayo. Man, he's one of them. I don't care who you support, you have to have huge levels of respect for Bukayo. I just think he's a beautiful footballer. I would love him at Liverpool. Obviously, I know it's not going to happen, but the way he seems to be off the pitch as well and how humble he is, I love that kid. I love watching him play. I think he's something very special. Ashwini, unfortunately, he was gonna be here, but he couldn't make it in the end because his best friend, who doesn't live in the same city, came to visit him, and he only sees him a few times a year, so he had to spend the night with him. So he's missing he couldn't be on the stream. He couldn't be on the stream. I'm here for the vibes, not supporting anyone, but would be amazing to see a comeback. Rex, that's how I feel. That's exactly the vibe. So far, though, bro, Arsenal have looked more direct. They've looked better, Arsenal, so far. Genuinely. Patrick says, I love Bukayo even as a Liverpool fan. Exactly. I think he's one of the most likable footballers. Even if Arsenal is our rival, you can't hate him. Any more neighborhood complaints? Not in this place, but I gotta be careful. I think I might the other place. I think I might have to install. Oh, what is the VR check for? What's the VR check? No, not a potential pen for Arsenal. No. Bro. Oh god, Saliba got dragged down in the box. Guys. I think that might be a pen. Bro, if that's a pen, is it, guys, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Asensio that drags him down. That drags down. I can't see well. No, I think he drags down Merino. No, if they give a pen, bro, it's a pen. Oh my god, Real Madrid are so dumb. Asensio, that's a beginner's mistake from Asensio. Bro, he's just gifted Arsenal a goal. He's just gifted Arsenal a goal there. There's no need to drag your player down in the box. And he's obviously a young, inexperienced player. Bro, that is a really bad mistake. Really, really, really poor from him. He drags down Merino in the box. There was absolutely no need. It wasn't even a dangerous corner, bro. The corner went straight to Thibaut Courtois. That is really, 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 really... Wow. Bro. Big up Amir. Guys, I want W's in the building for Amir, who's been a community support member for 15 months. Who says doesn't intervene with play. However, whatever. No, that's a foul. Anywhere else on the pitch, that's got to be a foul if you have another look at it. Bro, you can't just drag, even if it doesn't directly, even if he wasn't going to get ahead to it, it's just a Route 1 error. It is a penalty. I'm sorry, you just can't drag a player down like that in the box. But man, Real Madrid, that is so poor. Although, sometimes a setback like that, if Odegaard scores this, obviously he still has to score it, it could give them that extra punch Not, I mean, I didn't even think they would need that extra punch, but... Oh no, is it going to be Bukayo Saka that takes it? Or is it going to be Odegaard? Maybe it's going to be Bukayo, guys. I'm not going to look at the chat because some of you might be just slightly ahead. But yeah, guys, Bukayo's going to take it on Thibaut Courtois. 12 minutes in the game. Arsenal have a chance to make it 4-0 on aggregate against Real Madrid. This is crazy. Crazy start. But honestly, Real Madrid have been so poor so far. Is Bukayo Saka going to step up on the biggest of occasions? Everybody is whistling and booing at the Bernabeu. He steps up. Oh, it's saved! Oh my god! Thibaut Courtois saves it. That's what I mean. Sometimes big moments like that can really bring fire to a game. Has he just... I think he tried to do a Panenka, you guys. Did Bukayo Saka just try to do a Panenka? Oh my god, Saka. I think he tried to chip it. Look at this. Oh my... That is... I'm sorry. That's just poor. That's a really poor penalty. Because it's not... Oh god. It's a good save from Courtois, though. He read it well. He went to the right side and everything. But, bro, it remains 0-0. Oh, that's a big, big blow for Arsenal there. Bukayo Saka could have made it 1-0. But like I said, I feel like that's got to be the punch in the face that these Madrid players need. Because I'll be honest, 13 minutes in, you guys know I would not be biased. I think Arsenal have been the better side. Yes, Mbappe scored an offside goal, but that was such an offside goal. It wasn't even tight. Go12 says, Saka tried to be Gurasi. Bro, that was not a good pen. That was not a good pen. But, yeah, let's see. Let's see. I think it could bring flames to the Bernabeu. What do you guys think? Do you guys think Real Madrid will react after this? Because, let's be real, Arsenal have been the better side. I'm going to hydrate for drama. More drama. Oh god, Patrick says, I'm watching you with my friend who's an Arsenal fan who said before he took it, Bukayo Saka Panenka at the Bernabeu is my dream. Oh god. Leo, I'm outside the Bernabeu. That's crazy, Liverpool fan 11. You're in Madrid right now? Bro, you're in Madrid right now? Maybe it was a Leo jinx. Oh god. Bro, Courtois, that was a good save though when you have a look. Because even though he obviously did go to the right side, he got such a clear hand to it. And he could have gone a touch and then it went in, but he got a clear hand to it. So you do have to say it's a great save from Courtois. And to be fair, he's great from the penalty spot, like Donnarumma. But yeah, it wasn't a good pen, let's be real. It was not a good pen. Now I wonder. But even, guys, do you agree that Real Madrid feel a little bit lackluster? Like, I don't feel this, like, crazy energy from Madrid, or is that just me? They kind of just look nonchalant, like not... They don't look like they have, like, pressing energy about their play. Do you guys agree, or is that just me? I'm not that impressed right now. I'm really not impressed by their level. Because you'd think being 2-0 down... Sorry, 3-0 down... You'd think they would go crazy from the first minute, but that's not how it's felt. That's really not how it's felt. Yo, Bear, nice to see you in the building. And Haven Clue says, what's good, trying to get the game on, but it won't work. Haven Clue, I'll keep you updated. I mean, so far, there's already been a whole lot of drama because Arsenal have had a penalty and they've missed the penalty. Bukayo Saka Panenka, that's saved by Thibaut Courtois. He went for the left-hand side. Madrid have no passion yet. Red Bull, bro, I don't understand. There was so much talk before the game, and I don't see it in the performance so far. Obviously, it's early doors, right? 15 minutes. Wait, there's a guy in an Arsenal shirt with the Madrid fans. What the heck is that? Do you guys see that? But I'm just more surprised by the energy, bro. Yes, Bluetooth, we will play bingo at halftime. Leo, I'm bare the game, and I just met Julian Alvarez. Bro, did you tell Julian Alvarez to come to Liverpool? Where did you meet him? Yeah, edits. Nice to see you in the building. Leo, how's the Bayern game? To be fair, Jason, I haven't been watching the Bayern game because I'm so focused on this one. And it's already been full of action. Bro, Real Madrid have been poor. Bro. As-tu des animaux de campagne? Oui, j'ai... compagnie, j'ai un chat. Un chat, sashimi. Bro. Bro. Inter scored. Inter scored already? Let me have a look. Let me have a look. You guys are saying Inter have already scored apparently? Is that true? Let's see. So that would mean they'd be 3-1 up on aggregate. Let me have a look. No, it's still 2-1 on aggregate. It's still 0-0. Fake score, bro. I'm not trusting you anymore. Oh, look, the Arsenal fans' reaction. Look at the passion from Courtois. But, bro, the outfield players need to step up now. No, it was fake score. My bad, you guys. It's still 0-0. That's why I'm going to have both games popped open, because if there's some kind of fake score or fake thing being said, I don't want to take it. I don't want to take your word like that, you know? So, let me make sure I don't believe the fake scores, and let me pull up the Inter Bayern game so I can tell you guys if there legitimately is a goal or not, okay? By the way, let me tell you guys the results. Over 600 of you guys have voted so far. 46% of you are saying you're supporting Real Madrid. 32% Arsenal. And 22% is neither. 22% neither. Oh, Inter give it away poorly. Guys, Bayern on the counter. Good thing I've popped open this game, because right now, Bayern have some space. Bayern have some space. It's crossed into the box towards Harry Kane, towards the back post, but not quite. Not quite. It was well defended in the end. Well defended in the end by Inter. I thought on the counter they would do better there, Bayern. But it's still 0-0 in the Inter-Bayern game. Did Saka miss a pen? Yeah, bro. Courtois saved it. He went for the bottom left. Panenka. 6 more points. Yes, indeed. Yeah, Shrek. That's why I think a lot of you guys were saying that you want Real Madrid to come back tonight. That was close, guys. That cross from Jude Bellingham there, very good. If a Real Madrid player had gotten a touch to it, that probably would have been a goal. That probably would have been a goal right there. So, very good cross. Big up, Sonny. Thank you for the super chat. Who says, Leo, I've been really sick all day. I left work at 2 p.m. and I've been lightheaded and needed to throw up. It's so annoying being cold all the time. Damn. Sonny, I'm sorry to hear that. It sounds like what you need is just rest, bro, and make sure to stay hydrated. You know what? I'm gonna hydrate right now for drama. A goal in the Real Madrid game, okay? And for you too to heal and feel better as soon as possible, Sonny. We're gonna be bringing those good vibes, Sonny, tonight. We're gonna be bringing those good vibes. You best believe. Red Bull fan says, I want Arsenal to batter them, because it would be really funny after all their build-up. Saliba defending was Van Dijk-esque there. Yeah, bro, Saliba is a top defender. There's a reason why Real Madrid want... There's a reason why Real Madrid want to sign him. Look, Vinny. Is that a pen? Guys, Vinny got completely outbodied in the box. Was that just a shoulder-to-shoulder, or was that a penalty for Real Madrid? Guys, could that have been a penalty for Real Madrid? It's going to be a free kick anyways. Let's have a look, guys. Let's have a look at the replay. Let me know what you guys think. Was that a foul? Was that a foul? Or was it just shoulder to shoulder? Let's have a look. I think that's too soft for a penalty. I don't think it's a penalty. I think he just kind of ran towards Partey. And yes, Partey went a little bit towards Vinny, but I think it's a bit too soft. I don't think that's a penalty. What's the link between Klopp and Real Madrid? That's why I want them to lose so bad. Deliora, I might make a video on that tomorrow, honestly, because it's circulating so much all around, even though I don't trust the source, Deliora. Initially, I wasn't going to do the video because I don't trust the source, and you know I'm not trying to spread, like, unreliable sources, but at the same time, it's all over my timeline, so maybe I'll have to shut up some of those rumors. All shoulder. Vinny should stop crying, says Red Bull. Oh, my. I don't think it's a pen. Too soft. Is it going to be a cross here? Vasquez is going to cross it. Oh, a player goes down in the middle. Penalty! Penalty for Madrid! Penalty for Madrid and a yellow! Bro! The game is bringing us the drama that we were waiting for. Bro! We could have 2 penalties in the space of 10 minutes. First it was for Arsenal, and now Real Madrid. I didn't see it up close. I want to see a replay. But the referee, on-pitch referee, immediately pointed to the penalty spot, you guys. That's soft. I'm sorry. Bro, that's soft. Nah, bro, I'm sorry. No. I'm not having that. That is way... Look. Yes, Rice had an arm on Mbappe, but look how easily he went down. Bro, look how easily he went down. Bro, you guys are saying the game is scripted. Alex, I want W's in the building. Alex has just become a community support member. I love your profile pic too of Dominic Soboslai. Big up, bro. Guys, I'm sorry. That is so soft. I'm sorry. You know I'm not going to be biased here. You know I'm not going to be biased. They're still checking the penalty. And now it's very unlikely now that VAR is going to overturn it, because they only overturn on-field decisions if it's clear and obvious in that way. So I'm telling you, I think it's very unlikely that VAR decides to take the penalty away. But bro, you guys are saying it's rigged. Oh my god. All I know is they're bringing the drama. That's for sure. That's what we wanted. But man, if I was an Arsenal fan right now, I would be fuming. Let's have another look. Vasquez crosses it. Nah, bro, I'm sorry. He throws himself. But it's smart from Mbappe. It's honestly, it's smart from my boy Mbappe, because if he truly believes that they could be given a pen for that, then I would I would go down easily too. I would. Big up Alex, thank you for the super chat, who says my girlfriend may wind me up, but I'm a Leo's Goals member. Alex, I really appreciate the support. Thank you. It really means the world. It really does. Si doux comment bro, it's too, for me it's way too soft. Way too soft, but it's the Red Bull New York fan, thank you for the super chat, who says Madrid are at it again. Mbappe never reaching that. It's not even about reaching it though, because from the previous corner, remember when I think it was Merino that was dragged down, he was never reaching it. It's not about whether you reach it or not. For me, it's about whether you really get dragged down or whether it's soft. And for me, Mbappe kind of throws himself down to the floor very easily. Again, you know I wouldn't be biased around this. But again, do I think it's smart from Mbappe? Yeah. If he thinks it's possible to get a pen, yeah, it's smart. If Madrid end up getting the penalty. But boy, are they bring us the drama, guys. 22 minutes in. We're getting lots of drama. Lots. That LFC baller, neither. That's what I voted for in the poll. I just want a game full of drama. That's all I want. Bro, how long is this? How long has this check gone on for? How long? How long is this VR check? I know, bro. That's exactly how I feel. How long are they gonna go on for with this check, bro? It's way too long. Oh, it looks like he's gonna go to the monitor. Guys, the referee is going to the monitor to check again whether it's too soft or not. You know what? That tells me that he might actually overturn the decision, you guys. Because that means they would have been telling him in the ear, they would have been telling him you need to have another look, because that looks like he went down really easily. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, bro, you were asking to become a member? I'm leaving the link right now. I'm leaving the link right now. Oh, no penalty! No penalty! Guys, I gotta say, I'm shocked. I am shocked right now. Bro, all the people that hate on Real Madrid saying that all their decisions get bought, that decision just shut you up right there. Because to overturn a major decision like that rarely happens. No penalty, but it's definitely the right decision. You guys heard me from the very first moment. I was like, that is definitely too soft. And I think the referee VR made the right decision. For those of you that want to become a member, by the way, I've just pinned the link to become a member. But Shrek says I was falling asleep. Bro, for those of you saying it's bot, that just shut all the haters up. Because that would have brought exactly what we would have wanted in this game, which was a first half goal from Real Madrid. But they'll still keep pushing. They'll still believe that it's possible right now. 100%. I'm gonna hydrate for us to see a goal soon. That's crazy. Darren Fletcher just gave the statistic that this referee has given 6 pens in 7 Champions League games this season. Bro, that's wild. That is crazy, bro. Bonjour, Thiago Alcantara. I love your username. Leo, use this bottle forever. You're bringing me all the drama. Mamma mia. I'll keep the bottle. I will. It's got that little juju. Oh, that's a really poor cross from Valverde. Jeez. That is bad. Me casually watching both games. Minigun. I do have both games popped open, but I gotta be honest, I've been much more concentrated, obviously, on the Real Madrid-Arsenal game. Much more. Let the drama keep coming, please. Dane, nice to see you in the building. OG, nice to see you. They're using our Ale chat. Bro, there's nothing I can do about it. I gotta hear the crowd noise. I love listening to the crowd noise. Nah, no worries, Ashwini. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, brother. I know you're an OG in the channel. Here we go. Mbappe. Mbappe from distance. Oh, guys. Real Madrid need to keep knocking. They need to keep knocking. You thought that was going top bins, bro. Imagine he put that top bins. Honestly, it wasn't that far off. Let's see. Yeah, it wasn't that... Wait, let's have a look from this angle. No, it was pretty far off, actually. Bro, I can't chug the whole bottle or else I'll have to pee right away. And I don't want to miss a minute of this game right now. Because it's filled with drama. I'm not missing a minute. I cannot go pee right now. I wouldn't say Real Madrid are cooking right now. Odegaard. Oh, okay. Madrid need to play this quick. You guys, Madrid need to play this quick. Jude. Oh, look at that ping from Jude to Vinny. This is where the quality players have to step up. Where at moments, I find that when Madrid are in possession, though, they look like they're lacking energy. But that's why your attacking players are there. That's what they're there for. Oh, Jude loses it, but you best believe he's going to track back. Look, even Jude looks kind of tired. Look, bro, is it just me that thinks some of these Madrid players just look tired? Like, Jude, after losing possession there, he didn't sprint back to try to win back possession. Usually he's the type of player that is just going to have non-stop kind of pressing energy. And he didn't have it there. Bro, that's not the usual... Go 12. Imagine, yeah, Patrick, imagine a center-back partnership of Saliba and Virgil van Dijk. That would be unstoppable. I mean, to be fair, we already have Ibu Konate and Virgil, which is pretty much unstoppable when they're both at their best. All the Madrid players, I wouldn't say just attackers, you feel a lack of passion right now. You know? I feel like there's a lack of passion. Konrad Laimer. Bayern are in the box here. Laimer. Oh, Thomas Müller. Bayern in the box. Oh. Bayern had some dangerous positions, you guys. Bayern. Ashwini, I will be live tomorrow night too for the Man United Lyon game. I don't think it's going to be boring. I think Lyon they won't be afraid to attack, and I think United's entire season rests on tomorrow. So I think tomorrow's game is actually going to be exciting because both teams will have to go for it. And the first leg we saw 4 goals, so you never know. You really never know. Yo, Clayton, nice to see you in the building. Who says, Leo, who missed the pen for Arsenal? Bukayo Saka. He tried to go for a Panenka, and he went for the left-hand side, and Thibaut Courtois saved it. So, Arsenal really should be 4-0 up on aggregate right now. But because of that miss, it means they still have a chance in this game. Oh, bro, Thomas Müller came close. I will. This is Thomas Müller's last season for Bayern. It would be so beautiful if he scored in such an important game for them tonight. Imagine. Imagine. Hello, Lucas. Big up. Tomorrow I'm going to be supporting Olympique Lyon over Man United. Tomorrow night when we do another stream in the Europa League. Like I said, Man United's entire season rests on the result tomorrow. This might even be his last Champions League game. Yeah, exactly. I'm not so sure Thomas Müller is going to stay in Europe. I could see him going to America. I think he's going to go to the MLS personally, if I could predict. And if Bayern get knocked out tonight, it would probably be his last Champions League game. So I'm sure Bayern are going to do everything they can to fight back against Inter. It's still 0-0 in that game, by the way. Ayush, thank you very much for your kind words. It means the world. Big up, brother. Excited for Turkey watch. Me too, Ziad. That's another thing too. Tomorrow night is going to be Turkey watch. How about Spurs versus Eintracht Frankfurt? We're going to have that on a second screen. I'll have that game on a second screen to see how the English teams get on. Guys, the mods in the building, go 12. Guys, please stop spamming pen when there's not a penalty, okay? Please stop spamming that. Thank you, Bailey. Bro, Bayern looked like they could score, though. Really. Patrick says KDB is supposedly going to join. No, I think Chicago Fire are just the first club to be really interested in to make a real proposal. That's what I think's happened. Like a real proposal. But he hasn't agreed terms or anything. But yeah, I could definitely see Thomas Müller going to the MLS. I don't see him going to Saudi. I don't know. It just doesn't seem to fit his character as much. Yo, LFC God, nice to see you in the building. Who says, yo, Leo, how are you? Sorry I haven't seen you for ages. Been in Liverpool for the stadium tour. Sat in Salah, Trent, and Virgil seats. Touched the Anfield sign. Great news, by the way. Virgil and Salah signed completely, bro. Huge news. I was so buzzing when that happened, and I do think they were the most important to keep hold of them, because with Virgil and Salah in our team, we'll all believe that we can continue to compete for the biggest trophies next season. If they were both gone with Trent, I would have had major doubts about next season, but now that they're staying, it changes everything. I really do, for the outlook for next season. Do you think it'll go to pens? Isaac, if there's any game that's more likely to go to pens, obviously it's the Inter-Bayern game. Because think about it, Bayern could come away with just a 1-0 win and hold on in extra time, and it could go to pens. So it's probably more likely that happens, that scenario, than Madrid scoring 3 or having a 3-goal lead. Given how they're playing so far, is all I'll say. Because their performance, I gotta be real, I don't think Real Madrid have put on the type of performance you would expect from them, given all the talk the last 48 hours. From the players, from the media, from the fans, everything. They gotta show up on the pitch and do less talking, you know? But there's obviously still time left. There's still some time left. Leo, if you had a chance to bring any player to Liverpool, past or present, who would it be? Messi. Just because growing up, I remember I'm obviously not a Barca fan, but I remember every weekend if I was free during that time, I would switch on Barca games just to watch Messi, and I can so vividly remember every single weekend being blown away by what I was seeing. It's like every weekend he would produce moments of magic, like the level of consistency. So to have had that at Liverpool would have been just incredible. But otherwise, I would say Stevie G, because he's my favorite. Yeah, Patrick, with the way Alisson is still playing, no one is taking his spot. I mean, look at the way he played against West Ham this weekend. He saved us. He was outstanding this weekend, Alisson. And I really think he should be in with a shout for the best goalkeeper in the Premier League era. That's how good I think he is. He really doesn't have a weakness to his game. And he really has longevity as well. Look at a player like Ederson, who looks like a shadow of himself this season. Alisson, despite his injury issues, continues to consistently be world class. And that's not easy with the injuries. It really isn't. But I think it's all about his mentality and ability, of course. But mentality, I think, is a big, especially for a goalkeeper, mentality is even more important, I think, probably. You know? Thank you, Yundi. Thank you guys for the kind words. Damn, Newcastle are 4-0 up. Bro, Newcastle are definitely getting Champions League football. They could even finish third. Wait, doesn't a win tonight, by the way, bring them to third place? Let me have a look. Guys, let me have a look. I think they're in... Whoa. Guys, Forest are no longer in third. As things stand, Newcastle are ahead of them, having played the same amount of games. They've both played 32 games. Newcastle is on 59 points, and Nottingham Forest 57. Newcastle is now just 4 points off Arsenal. So Newcastle could still finish this season in second, which would be crazy. They've really had an outstanding season. They really have. Bluetooth, I'll be live tomorrow at the same exact time I was live today, which is 7:55 p.m. UK time, 5 minutes before kickoff of the United Lyon game. That's crazy, bro. Ederson, wait, how many assists does Ederson have this season? Doesn't he have like 4 or something? Who are Newcastle playing, and has Murphy or Isak scored? Yes, Murphy scored, I'm pretty sure. Look, they're playing against Crystal Palace, and Murphy got a goal and an assist. But it's pretty surprising because they're 4-0 up at home against Crystal Palace. And Alexander Isak doesn't have a goal or an assist. So far, player of the match is Murphy with a goal and an assist, like I said. You think Liverpool win their next game? Of course I do. Of course. Cherki will cook. I hope so, bro. Because tomorrow is Ryan Cherki watch at Old Trafford. To see if he can do it on English soil. Yeah, bro. I think Ederson has 4 assists, bro. That's crazy. Bro, I can't talk about Ian Rush because I didn't watch him. I was too young for the days of Ian Rush. But he's obviously our all-time top scorer, so you have to respect that. Yeah, but not a Champions League place. If you win the... Guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but if you win the Carabao Cup... Is it Carabao Cup? Don't you get qualified for the Europa League? Is that what it is? Is it Europa League or Conference? I forget. Guys, when you win the Carabao Cup, which one do you automatically qualify for? I forget. I forget. Yes, Elena, enjoy the wicket. And this weekend, obviously, though, we'll be live for the Liverpool game as well. Man United fan in the building says he's getting pocketed by us. Let's see. We'll get to watch it together tomorrow. Is Carabao Cup not Conference and FA is Europa? It's Conference, okay. Okay, FA Cup, you get Europa League. Is that what it is? And Carabao Cup, you get Conference League. Is that what it is? That's what you guys seem to be saying. I always get the two mixed up. Okay, so you guys are saying FA Cup gets you Europa League and Carabao Conference. Okay. Always, Aria says, Leo, I started watching your videos a few months ago as a Liverpool fan. Now I love watching your videos. Keep being passionate for us. Thank you very much for the kind words. It really means the world. And for you to be in the building as well, supporting the channel. Thank you. Always, Aria. Where are you from, by the way? Love from Canada. Kona, always in the building. Nice to see you too. Sending my love back to Canada. I love that country. I don't know your country very well, but the one city I've been to 4 times is Montreal, and I fell in love. I think I told you before, but it's my dream to live there one day, just for a year maybe. But I fell in love. Absolutely fell in love with Montreal, the city, and the people, and the accent. I love the Québécois accent. I love it. Leo, how's GSM? Well, I messaged him, Jason, yesterday, and like I said, he's at the game right now in Madrid, and he believes Real Madrid can win 4-0 tonight. He believes it. That was his prediction ahead of the game. It really was. Aid, sending love from South Africa, sending my love back to Cape Town. We got Bimu from Amsterdam. Man United, thank you for your kind words. I do love... Almost completed my first full season as a Leo's Gold subscriber. Big up, Patrick. It really means the world. You guys, all of you that I often see in the building together and look like a United fan that's so respectful in the building too. It's just beautiful to see. This is what it's all about. I see there's Arsenal fans in the building too. I have so much respect for all of you. You know, I'm not one of those fans that's just going to be sour. Obviously, I'm going to be real with you. I would rather United lose tomorrow because you are a rival to ours. But if you play better than Lyon, I'm going to give you your respect. You know? If Bruno scores a banger, I can't help but respect moments like that. It doesn't mean I want it to happen. But for me, you have to respect moments. You know? Because at the end of the day, we all love football together. You know? Love from, okay, always, Arya is from India and the US. Love it. Where are you living in the US now? William Saliba is class. That again, I completely agree. He is top. He's incredible. And you know when you're heavily linked to Real Madrid, there's a reason. There's a reason why. You're pretty darn good. When Real Madrid are pushing hard to get you, just like they pushed hard to get Trent for 2 years, there's a reason why. Trent is world class. Absolutely world class. Indian fan in the building. Nice to see you, Pranya. Leo, can I get a shout out? Shout out to you, King Kenny. I've been in all your live streams. You're the most positive person. Thank you, King Kenny. And so are you guys, you know, and that's what I think is so beautiful. We really match each other's energy. And that's what I think it's all about. I think there's so many toxic buildings. There's so many toxic communities online, especially within football. And that's one of the reasons why I decided to start the channel, you guys, genuinely. Because I felt like within the Liverpool community, there wasn't that much international fan representation. And there wasn't that much just people being genuinely positive, which is how I am outside of football too, you know? Like, I think every single day is a blessing. That's how I see life. And so to be negative, I think is the biggest waste of energy, because truly I see each day as a blessing. I think it's a miracle. Like, I love to think about how each day it is a miracle that we're alive, that we're healthy, that we get to be together. And that's for me the basis of how I at least see each day. You know what I mean? And I only see football as something to bring out that joy, because if it doesn't, then there's no point in watching. If you're just going to be negative around football, for me, there's no point in watching it. There really isn't. Rono Joy, I'm supporting neither. I just want a great game. I just want a game full of drama. The Neighbors says nearly completed 2 seasons with this channel. You guys are so sweet. Goddamn, can you stream tomorrow? I'm a United fan. Yes, Nina. I'm gonna be streaming the Man United Lyon game tomorrow, but I have to give you a heads up. I'm gonna be supporting the French team. I'm not gonna be. I gotta be real with you. Do you think City will qualify for the Champions League? I think so. Yes. I think it's gonna be Liverpool, Arsenal, Newcastle, Forest, and City. Those are going to be the 5 teams. That's going to be the 5th team. Or in the top 5 at least. I think Villa will just miss out, even though they've looked so good. I mean, it's going to be tight, I guess, between Villa and City. It really could be either. Patrick says, joining this community at the start of the season was one of my best ever decisions. Everyone is supportive and respectful, and I love being here. So big up to you, Leo. You deserve a massive W. You guys deserve a massive W. I want everybody just spam W's in the building right now, because this game is freaking boring, but you guys have just made it into a super wholesome, beautiful moment. And I'm going to get emotional if we think like this. But Patrick, trust me, it's all you guys, because, you know, I wouldn't be streaming. I wouldn't be making content if it wasn't for you guys, because if it's just me making videos for me every day, that would be the most boring and useless thing ever. But the fact that we get to come together around something we're so passionate about and share that positive energy, for me, that's what it's all about. That's why I decided to start doing all this, and that's why I've continued and want to continue for many years, because of you guys. That's it, you know. And look how even when this game has been freaking boring the last 20 minutes, you guys have still brought out the most incredible energy. So I want everybody spamming those W's for the wholesome building that you guys are. You guys are getting me emotional now. You guys are getting me emotional now. And it's a good question. Look, Karen, the life philosophy I was talking about before, you just asked, how do you feel about Trent leaving? In the moment, so incredibly frustrated, sad, I'll be honest, angry, different emotions that are natural, because Liverpool means so much to me, and I have so much love for Trent. Like, look, this is Trent in the background. Like, this is him here. Like, he's one of my favorite players, and I think probably for a lot of us, one of our favorite players. So for him to leave on a free, and for him to leave to a team that for me feels like a rival, in Europe at least, it feels like our biggest rival, in Real Madrid, a team that, you know, I can't like, it hurts a lot. But here's the thing. Now, Karen, that it seems like his decision has been made and it's over, I'm just going to move on, because again, it's a waste of energy to just sulk around it and continue to be negative. I'm just going to say bye-bye. I'm not going to wish, I'm sorry. Usually I'm all about respect. I'm all about fair play. But in this one, I'm not going to say, I can say maybe good luck in your personal life, but not good luck on the football pitch, because you decided to play for Real Madrid and we could face each other in Europe. And therefore, I don't want Real Madrid to do well. So I can't say that. But again, am I going to be emotionally still pissed and stuff like that, I think it's a waste of energy. It's a total waste of energy. Because again, if I really think if you have that point of view that each day is a blessing, which I deep down believe it is, then it's not worth losing energy over someone that doesn't even want to freaking be here. And for me, that emotionally, that was the best way I was able to move on from Trent. It's like, yes, Trent, I think is world class. I think he's the best right back in the world. I think he would have helped us get even more trophies over the line. I'm not going to change any of that just because, I would be sour over his decision or whatever. I'm not going to hide away from that, But the reality is that he'd rather be in Madrid than in Liverpool, where he's from. And so that's it. That's it. Basta, That's it. I know that so many of us make up this incredible community, but you've set it all up for us from scratch. You've also been so positive all the time and helped lots of people. So props to you, Leo. Props to you guys. But thank you for the kind words. Seriously, it really means the world. And God, you see, it's moments like these where it's just a reminder, because sometimes you go about your days and you forget what it's all for. But this is exactly what I think it's all for. You know how I think one of the most important questions to ask yourself in life is why? Like, why do you do any of the things that you do? And I know the reason why I fell in love with football. Sorry, by the way, before I waffle, I'm going to send you guys a link. So for those of you that want to play, you can join the bingo. But one of the reasons I know football meant so much to me is because growing up, I think some of you guys can probably relate with this because many of us are from different nations. I know that more and more in this world, like we're a mix of different nationalities. And I know for me, the reason football meant the world is because growing up, I didn't really know what I was because I lived 4 years in France. I lived 4 years in Iceland. I lived 4 years in the US. And so by the age of 12, I didn't really know what my identity was. I didn't know if I was French. I didn't know if I was Icelandic. I didn't know if I was American. I thought I had to pick one, and that felt like an impossible decision. And so I was insecure about all that. But let me tell you something. Football became that like grounding platform, I would say, for me to feel comfortable within something. And whenever I spoke about football, whenever I played football, I felt like I belonged because it was all so simple. You're just on a football pitch playing with others, or you're watching a game with many others, and it just brings you together. And any of those questions about identity no longer matter because you realize we're all the same in those moments. We're all the same. Like when we watch a Liverpool game together and it's mostly Liverpool fans in the building together, we just want Liverpool to win. So we have the same feelings, and that brings us together. And for me, that sense of belonging is something I needed so badly because I didn't know where I belonged. And I know it might be cheesy, but for me, that's what football, that's why I dedicated so much of my life to football because it made me feel like I belong somewhere. And I bet that's how the deep down why feeling, a lot of you guys love football that much. I think it's probably community is the reason why, I really think that. Okay, you guys are saying stop yapping. I'll start the bingo. Okay, I'm starting it. Good luck to the 43 of you guys that are playing. Good luck to the 43 of you guys that are playing. And I'm sorry we're not talking about the game at halftime, but let's be real. Yes, the penalty was exciting and the fact that Real Madrid almost got a penalty, but outside of that, I think we can all agree Real Madrid really, really were poor in that first half. Given the mountain that they have to climb, the deficit they have to overcome, I would have expected them to bombard Arsenal with their energy, with their pressing, with their quality, because they do have quality individuals on that pitch. They just look like they lack of energy, lack passion. Like I expected a lot more from Real Madrid. I got to be honest. I think if something doesn't change drastically in the mentality, again, I think this is just about mentality. They're playing at home, like they need to be doing a whole lot more. The Liverpudlian Liverpool lover says the title could be wrapped up this week if we win and Arsenal lose. Oh yes. Iconic says, Leo, thank you for all the hard work you put in to put a smile on our faces. You actually somehow made me like the fan base of Liverpool more, not Liverpool itself. Thank you so much. You know, there's a lot like you, iconic. There's City fans, Arsenal fans in the building, United fans that also show me, and I have friends who also support rival teams. For me, it's like I'm not gonna put everybody in a box. Obviously, I like to banter, and I have made fun of Arsenal before. I have made fun of United because I think sometimes you can banter and not take football too seriously because it's just a game at the end of the day. But the amount of times you guys have shown that respect, and you know I'm going to show that respect back. Just like if United put on a top masterclass performance tomorrow, I'm not going to be all salty. I'm going to show respect and say you deserved it. You know? Just like last week when Arsenal won 3-0, I was like, wow, Arsenal put on a performance and they freaking deserve it. You know? Thank you very much to you when I do. Thank you, Elena, for being in the building. It is such a pleasure to have you in the building, too, because you always bring in those positive vibes. From the other side of the world in Brazil. Welsh Bro, thank you very much for the super chat. Who says, W for Leo, you'll never walk alone. How's it going, brother? It's going real well. You guys got me emotional with some of the things you said in the chat. And it just reminded me again, because like I said, sometimes you lose track of why you do things because you just get lost in the day-to-day. You know what I mean? Just like every day I do research, film and edit 2 to 3 videos and then do lots of other kind of content. And so sometimes it feels like it's the mundane of the everyday, but that's the reason why I do it all. Like I know exactly why I do it all. You know what I mean? Skulls says, as an Arsenal fan, I love watching you and I'm perfectly fine with the jokes. I find them funny. Thank you, bro. Well, you know I would never mean anything. If I ever banter, just like earlier, I made fun of you guys for stealing our Lucho song. Again, it's not that serious. Like, it's not a serious part of the game. Or anything should be that serious. You know? But at the end of the day, like I said, you show up like you did last week, Arsenal fans. I'm going to put a respect on your performance. And you were outstanding at the Emirates last week. I think you could have really won by more than 3-0. That's how good you were. So that's what I mean when I say fair play sometimes. Man United says, to be honest, Liverpool isn't even my least favorite club. Cardiff is because I'm from Swansea. So do you support Swansea as well or no? I'm a massive Real Madrid fan. How are we not barging at their goal? Exactly. We need 2 goals before the 70th minute to get back in this because we're getting cooked. We need a miracle. Yeah, it hasn't been good enough. But trust me, I mean, the players at halftime surely are going to be absolutely pissed off. But something I'm a bit worried for you, Medas. If I was a Real Madrid fan, I know it's just one moment, but that moment for me was very telling. Jude Bellingham, for me, what's so impressive about him, he obviously has so much quality on the ball, so much ability. But he's a player for me that always, if he loses the ball, he's going to sprint back. He's going to press. He's going to bring that energy. And I haven't fully seen that from him. And it just tells me some of these players just look tired. They just look tired, you know? Thank you, Yiltan, for the kind words. I appreciate it. You're a Tottenham fan. Good luck tomorrow night. I'm going to have that on the second screen. I love Swansea like you like Lille. I see. But yes, imagine now that Luka Modric is a minority owner in Swansea, he could bring major progress to the club. You never know with his connections. You never know. Watch all these Croatian wonder kids move to Swansea now. Imagine. Because he'll know. I'm sure his team, would know who the next wonder kid from Croatia is that Swansea can sign. I think they're playing to Arsenal's strengths. I agree. But overall, I don't even think this is about tactics right now. The Liverpudlian says the title could be wrapped up this weekend, exactly. If we win and Arsenal lose to Ipswich, it's crazy when you think about it. 10 Adrian says, Leo, as a Liverpool fan, I must say I feel so lucky that our community got you here. If you didn't support Liverpool, I'm not sure whether I would be regularly watching, as I wouldn't even get to know you. 10 Adrian, yeah, I mean, but that's one of the reasons too why Liverpool also I think is such a beautiful club, and people call me out all the time, but there's always going to be haters who say you're not a proper Liverpool fan because you're not from the city, and I agree. I don't think I can never compare myself to a Scouser because it's just a different relationship to the club. I'm never going to say I'm a bigger fan than someone who's from the city. Like, there's no need to compare, But what I will say is one of the reasons why I think it's so special, 10 Adrian, is how just the global fan base of Liverpool and how I've traveled the world and met Liverpool fans, met people throughout the world, and felt like I could have community throughout the world thanks to this football club. That's what feels so special about it too, But where are you from, by the way? Jack Dandy's World, nice to see you in the building. How's it going? And big up Clayton that's just gifted a membership. I appreciate the support. I want W's in the building right now for Clayton, who has gifted a membership to Nafiza. Big up. Nafiza, I want you to thank Clayton, and I want you to spam some emojis now that you're a member in the building. Have you noticed the song Man United sing before every home game? No. Who's going to win the Ballon d'Or? Always Aria, whoever wins the Champions League. And I have probably a player from a team that wins the Champions League, but I can't tell you who's going to win the Champions League because it's so unpredictable this season. In previous seasons, I feel like I could have known, but not this one. Fionn supports LFC. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. As an Arsenal fan, I respect that. God bless you too, Yiltan. Thank you for the kind words. Theo, nice to see you in the building too. 10 Adrian says, I'm from Poland. Couldn't get into Polish football system too much, so I ended up here. Wait, 10 Adrian, do you know Fiago, the YouTuber? He's a fantastic YouTuber, and he often talks about like fans from around the world. And I actually played at Anfield once with Fiago, and he's a top guy. Like, I had lunch with him. He's such a nice person, but he actually recently went to a Polish game, and I saw that he was saying that like the Polish football is fantastic, he was saying, and that it's very underrated. So I'm surprised you said you couldn't really get into it, because yeah, from what he's saying, he seems to be saying that Polish football is really underrated, and the fans and the atmosphere and everything. Niv says, Man City fan here. I want Arsenal to win. It looks like it's going to go the way that I want. As of right now, yep. It seems like it. Leo, I'm a Bolton fan, but I love your channel. Thank you, Top G. Winning is my name, says Leo. I think you should grow your beard out fully. I'd like to see you with the full beard. I don't think it's going to happen, though, because I'm going to be working on my brother. Guys, my very close mate is opening a bakery in Paris, and I'm going to work at the bakery. I'm going to help him. I'm going to be like a set. And you guys know Jack. He's been on the channel before. He was on the channel this season for the Real Madrid game. Guys, he's a baker, and he's opening a bakery in Paris very soon. And I'm going to help. I'm going to work there as a salesperson. But guys, I got to be very, very clean for that, for him, because it's his reputation that's on the line. So I think before I start working and helping him, I think I'm going to have to shave it, because I got to look as clean as possible for him. This is not my business that's on the line. Welsh Bro, thank you very much for the super chat as well. Again, guys, I want W's in the building for Welsh Bro, who says, as you can guess from my name, I'm from Wales. Oh, yes. Been supporting Liverpool since the 2011-2012 season. So I had my ups and downs, but still here 14 years later. You'll never walk alone. And you know what else, Welsh Bro? You're still going to be here till the day you die in terms of being a Liverpool supporter. That's what's so special. It's something that you hold on for the rest of your life. That's what's incredible, Tla, thank you for your kind words. Brad, I think they're already playing football bingo. Leo, I remember the one vid where you missed a pen at Anfield. Yeah, that's the only. So my penalty record at Anfield officially is 0%, because that's the only one I got to take because we were in a hurry before the game started. What made you start supporting Liverpool? Skulls, I grew up in Iceland, and in Iceland, everybody watches the Premier League, and one of my close friends there, he showed me cassette tapes of Stevie G, and I just fell in love, and he basically would tell me stories about Liverpool, and something just felt right. It just like it immediately felt right. I was a kid. I didn't know anything about football, but from the stories that I heard about the history of the club, I was just like, wow. I was so genuinely curious and interested, and then my love only grew, and it only grew since that day, really. All right, guys, the second half is about a kickoff. Here we go, guys. Real Madrid get the second half kicked off. I want to know in the building if you guys still believe if Real Madrid can still come back. I'm personally going to say yes. Why do I say that? I saw someone have a... You guys are kidding. Bayern have not just scored. You guys are kidding. Let me have a look. Bayern score. Harry Kane. Guys, let me have a look at the goal. He's in the box. He turns onto his right. Oh my god, it's a beautiful finish. Bro, that's a proper number 9 right there. In the box, just clinical. He barely has any space, but he just found the corner. Nothing the keeper could do about it. And guys, this game could now go to extra time. It is 2-2 on aggregate between Bayern Munich and Inter Milan. 2-2. Let me turn up the crowd noise, by the way, from the Madrid game. Wow, guys. Harry Kane stepping up on the biggest stage. On the biggest stage. And that was not a joke, you guys. This is not fake scores. Harry Kane did indeed score. But man, he's not only going to win his biggest trophy... Sorry, not the biggest. His first trophy this season. He's going to win the Bundesliga with Bayern Munich this season. But who knows? Maybe they can win the Champions League too. They're back in it right now. They're back in it right now. If David Raya scores, I'll gift 100 memberships. Oh my god. But iconic. I know that's so sad, but it seems like you guys are going to sign Florian Wirtz this summer. If you're not in trouble with financial fair play, and he's an insane footballer, so your future looks bright. If the charges, if you're not found guilty of the charges, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Do you like Connor Bradley's new look, aka the beard? Yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. A whole lot. Yeah. Well, Elena, I'm telling you, Jack is definitely gonna... If you see the dedication to his craft, he is unbelievable. I'm telling you, it's gonna be the best bakery in the world. Because Jack is not only so talented, but the mentality he has around it, the hard work, and just... Yeah, it's gonna be a really, really special... I mean, it already is a special space, but once it opens, I'm so excited for him. Mbappe. Mbappe in the box. Oh, it's going to be a goal kick. It's going to be a goal kick. Bro, Bayern really is back in this game. Leo, every time you see Mbappe, do you think back on that day? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm not going to lie. Who do you think will open the scoring first? In this game, I have to say Real Madrid, surely, right? I'm gonna hydrate for that right now because we want drama. We want something. We want something on the line here. Yes, you gotta, Patrick. You gotta. The bakery is called Jacques Henri, and it's right by the Luxembourg Park. Right by the Luxembourg Park. Big up Clayton has just gifted 5 memberships. I want W's in the building. Clayton has gifted Vampire Yoon, has gifted Light, has gifted Christopher Handel, has gifted Indian Ball Mapper, has gifted Limited SC7. I want W's in the building. Thank you, Clayton. And all of you new members in the building, I want you guys to spam those emojis as well. Do you think Salah got a chance after the Champions League exit? I think so. I think so, and the reason why I think the Ballon d'Or dream isn't totally over for Mohamed Salah is because already he's broken the all-time goal contribution record in the Premier League in 45. Imagine if he goes on crazy fire the last 6 games, and let's say he gets to like 53, 54 goal contributions. He would be breaking history by so much more than what the previous records were, that maybe he could get recognized as a Ballon d'Or winner for that, because it's just never been done before in the most watched league in the world. That's what gives me a bit of hope. But I do think he has to finish off the season in like a crazy way to get to like 53, 54 goal contributions in the league, which I do think he's capable of. In French, bakery, boulangerie. You're spelling it perfectly right. That's how you say it. Boulangerie, exactly. Exactly. It's exactly. LFC Neil on YouTube. If you look up Leo's goals on YouTube, you'll be able to see it. Clayton says Salah had time to think over his contract after we got knocked out of the Champions League. Clayton, you don't even understand how my love of Salah. I didn't think it could rise even more, but I saw another report today saying that Real Madrid would have been interested if he made it known that he was going to leave Liverpool. But the thing is, apparently, since the very beginning of this year, Mohamed Salah knew that he wanted to stay. He just needed to negotiate to get the best possible deal. That's normal. He deserves to get a great deal because he's given so much to the club and he's an elite player. So he needed to negotiate, but apparently the whole time, he only had eyes on staying at Liverpool, and that's what I call a legend. Off the pitch, already, we obviously know legend on the pitch, legend off the pitch for his loyalty. Oh, Inter have scored. Guys, Inter have scored. Lautaro Martinez. Bro, he is a big game player. He is underrated, honestly. Lautaro Martinez. Or is it yeah, bro. Baller. I feel like in the big Champions League games, he scores for Inter. Let's have a look at the celebration is goated, by the way. Look at that celebration. It came from a corner, it looks like. Let's have a look. Corner. Yep. Wow. Okay. The deflection was a bit not lucky, but it fell nicely to him, and he was very quick to it. Another. Do you think Salah will have the same season next season? Why not? Why not? I will be live for the Leicester game, yes. Oh, Isak has scored for Newcastle. Alexander Isak has scored for Newcastle too. I was saying before, it's crazy he hasn't scored tonight, and then he goes on and scores minutes later. Minutes later. But you see, this game isn't over by any means. Because look, it's 1-1 in the Inter-Bayern game. But guess what? If Bayern just score 1, they'll take the game to extra time. So there's still so much left to play. My third year French did come in handy after all. And it's not that easy of a word either. And you spelled it right too. Can you put the membership back up? Yes, bro. Thank you. Let me put the membership back up. Guys, for anybody that wants to become a member, I'll leave the link. Alexander Isak did score. Newcastle are 5-0 up, bro. They're 5-0 up. They're winning 5-0 and Isak scored the 5th goal. Look. And Joelinton got the assist. But he's already come off now. I have to go now. Bye, Tubby. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great night, Tubby. You'll never walk alone. Paola, am I a minute? Am I that much? I think it's also this streaming though. Like there's a delay a little bit in that too. That's the thing. And I know there's nothing I can do about that. Young Trent Alexander-Arnold, nice to see you in the building as always. Yeah, Patrick, it's beautiful to see. Bye, Tubby. Newcastle are, bro, they're incredible. I mean, we saw in that Carabao Cup final. Bro, they outplayed us in that Carabao Cup final. When they're on it, I think Newcastle are one of the best teams to watch in the league. Because you can tell how much it means for them. And this is why I think Eddie Howe is one of the best managers in the league. Because it seems like every Newcastle player really knows what it means to play for Newcastle. Oh, Real Madrid on the counter. Vinny has some space. Wow, what a tackle. Who was that? I think it was Ben White, guys. Fantastic tackle there from Ben White. Fantastic tackle from Ben White. Inter have scored again. Guys, Inter have scored again, and it's the Turkish maestro. I'm not even gonna. Oh, it's another corner. Wow, guys, Bayern concede from 2 corners in a space of just a few minutes. And look, Harry Kane is fuming right now because now it's 4-2 in aggregate. Bayern turned the game around just like that, and it's both were from set pieces. Hakan, I'm just gonna say Hakan because that's his first name. Çalhanoğlu. I'm gonna say Çalhanoğlu. I don't know how to say it. Or Çalhanoğlu. He's a baller though, bro. Baller. He makes it 2-1 for Inter. 4-2 in aggregate. Pavard is French. I mean, yeah, we know. But remember, guys, do you remember the goal Benjamin Pavard scored against Argentina at the World Cup? You guys remember that goal? Unbelievable. Patrick says, my Arsenal mate is saying he won't celebrate till the full-time whistle, even if it's 3-0 in aggregate in the 90th minute. I get it, honestly. Çalhanoğlu. Was it Pavard? Oh, it was Benjamin Pavard. Wow, so you guys heard me butcher a name for no reason even, because he didn't even score. Are you kidding me? Was it Benjamin Pavard? Oh man, it's my boy Pavard as well. Wait, let me look at the replay. Is number 28 Benjamin Pavard? It is. Wow, okay. Big goal for Pavard. You know when France won the World Cup? In the celebrations, people said that people thought I looked like Benjamin Pavard, so everybody, had a few drinks, and they were throwing me up in the air like this, shouting Pavard, which was so much fun. Because I was in like a French zone, so everybody was celebrating, when we won it. Celebrate the Frenchman. Big up, Emmanuel. 10 Adrian says, yo, Leo couldn't get into Polish football system due to no real locals. And also just too brutal. Personally, I don't agree with. Meanwhile, Liverpool's hardworking but caring. Ah, I see. It's beautiful. France versus Argentina. Benjamin Pavard. Kirby, neither. That's what I voted for, neither. Yeah, that goal against Argentina will forever live in my memory. My God, I remember exactly where I was in a bar with my friend Pablo. Oh my God, we were going crazy. We were going crazy. Who do you want to win the Champions League? Keep up the great content. Thank you, Abdullah. I don't know if I really have a preference. To be honest. I just want great games. Because at this stage, there isn't a team I particularly have a liking for. So I would say I like the football Barca play, I will say that. But I just want the best games possible. Nah, bro, the goal Benjamin Pavard scored, it was a half volley, was against Argentina. That was not against Croatia. Has Carlo done the eyebrow? That was Pavard. Yeah, Pavard used to play for Bayern. So it was against his former club. Leo, the Aston Villa game was crazy. Absolutely. Shout out to you, Champa. Oh, guys. Triple substitution for Real Madrid. Rodrigo, Vasquez, and Alaba come off. Endrick, Fran, Garcia, and Ceballos. Triple change for Madrid. They definitely need it. Madrid definitely need this triple change. 100%. Leo, quick question. Who do you want to score the goal that wins Liverpool the Premier League? Joe Gomez or Alisson Becker? Because just imagine the scenes if it was Joe Gomez. If his first goal was that. And then if Alisson scored, it would just be crazy. You know what I mean? Because then I think he would become the first goalkeeper in Premier League history to score 2. So, yeah, I'm going to say Alisson or Joe Gomez. Endrick and Palmeiras. Yeah, Endrick is a good player. No doubt about it. There's a reason Real Madrid went big on him. I'm surprised Arda Güler didn't come on though. Leo, I forgot to tell you, but in June I'm starting training for a UEFA C license. That's sick. Which would allow me to coach local clubs in the future. I plan to get B and then see where that gets me, the backup plan. That's sick. Oh my lord. That's going to be so exciting to not only learn, but also like to start coaching and stuff. I used to coach kids. That used to be a job I had every summer, and I loved it so much. Like, I missed that a lot. I used to babysit, but also coach football, and it is so much fun. Exactly, Mr. Dragon. If it's not my team, all I want is drama. Because the only team I really love is Liverpool. So anything outside of that, I just want a great game. That's it. Although, like I said, tomorrow I will be supporting Lyon. And I'm sorry to all the United fans in the building, but I will be supporting Lyon. This game, so... Turai, Real Madrid are so bad. I'm shocked at how bad they are, this game. King Kenny says, me personally, I would go for Chiesa, as he's the one I want to succeed the most at Liverpool after Darwin. Ooh, that's a good shout, too. That's a good shout. Leo, are you going live on Sunday for Liverpool versus Leicester? Yes, I will be live. Acoustic Glue Stick says, yo, Leo, I don't think you're going to see this, but I saw Isaac earlier today and asked him if he would join Liverpool, and he laughed and said, probably. I don't believe you, bro. I'm sorry. With all due respect, I don't believe you. Trossard, nice to see you in the building. I just can't believe... What I can't believe with Real Madrid... It's like, sure, they haven't scored yet, but it's like their performance, bro. They're just so... Like, lack of desire, lack of quality, lack everything. They're so poor. Oh my... Guys, there's a lot of space here for Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka has it out wide. 1v1 with Rudiger. Plays it back to Odegaard. That's a good pass. Declan. Odegaard has some space. Saka in the box! He scores! I think he was onside. He dinks the keeper. Bukayo Saka. Look at the celebration. Look at the celebration. That's cold. Oh my. That celebration. I can't lie. Do you see what he's just done there? After missing a dink, it was basically a panenka, is basically a chip. He makes amend. He corrects. I'm losing my words. He corrects his missed penalty with a dink over Thibaut Courtois to put the game to bed, pretty much. He's a baller. Do you see that celebration? Wow. Bro, Bukayo is a baller. Let's have another look. Maybe it will be offsides. Oh, I think it will be. Never mind. Guys, I don't think it might not count. Let's have a look. In the initial build-up, it looked like he might have been just slightly offsides. I don't care who plays. You gotta love Saka, bro. The celebration too, he's just like... 5 goals in 7 matches for Saka. Bro, he was out for a long time with an injury too. And he comes back like that. Mikel Merino with the assist, by the way. Look at that dink. Nah, he's a baller. I think it's going to be given as an offsides, though, if I'm being honest. I don't think it's going to count, you guys. Is it? Oh, it has counted. Never mind. Never mind. 1-1. So that really should be game over for Arsenal, unless somehow Real Madrid score in quick succession, which you never know to be. Oh! Oh! Vinny! Arsenal just gave them a goal! Is that Saliba? Bro, Arsenal have just gifted Real Madrid a goal minutes after. This is the drama we were talking about. Vinny scores, but who is it that made that mistake? Look, Raya. I think Saliba, yeah, bro. Saliba was just caught sleeping. Saliba was caught sleeping. He never even looked at Vinny that was coming towards his way. He was so relaxed. And it's already 1-1. Bro, this is crazy. It's already 1-1. That's Saliba assist. Leo commentary curse. Really, bro. Now, if Real Madrid score another, this is why football is crazy. You never know. You never know. But, I don't know. You never know, but at the same time, they just gifted them that goal. Let's be real. Yes, we can. Oh, some of you guys believe the comeback is on. Do you? Do you? And he does that. I can't believe that. Yeah. It's just strange because I definitely don't think that's Raya's fault, because he had like a few seconds on the ball. So he really was sleeping there. Saliba really was sleeping. He definitely should have checked over his shoulder. When you're in that area, you know they could be pressing, so you have to look over. And he would have seen Vinny that would have been running towards him, so then he could have cleared the ball. You know what I mean? So yeah, right now it's 1-1, which means 4-1 on aggregate, you guys. So Real Madrid still need 3 goals to bring the game to extra time. 3 goals. We got this. Damn, Real Madrid fans believe? Lil Goated, I don't watch F1, but I did like the F1 documentary on Netflix. I watched some of that. I did enjoy that. Bro, they're just... Park the bus, Arsenal. Yo, Muhammad Ali, nice to see you in the building. Real are so bad for the Arsenal goal. People think Trent is already playing for Real. And mean for neither. I just want entertainment. This isn't enough drama. Hydrate. I got you. I'm gonna hydrate for more drama right now. I'm gonna hydrate for more drama. Bayern score! And is it Eric Dyer? Eric Dyer scoring in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. I never thought I'd be saying that. Eric Dyer scoring in the quarterfinals to make it 2-2 against Inter. And guys, that means Bayern is just one goal away. That game is not done by any means. Bayern have scored. Fantastic header. I'm not so sure he meant it to go in though. I think he was heading it towards the back post so then someone else could get ahead to it. But it ended up being a perfect header. 4-3 on aggregate, you guys. Bayern still have enough time to try to find the equalizer. Wow. Former Spurs player. Yup. I did not expect him to be scoring in the quarterfinals. They can do it for Bayern. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, 76 minutes. So they have 14 minutes of regular time, and then there'll definitely be additional time too. So, bro, look at Bukayo though. Hi, Lisa. Thank you, Acoustic. I appreciate the kind words. Bro, even Mbappe, with the standards you have for Mbappe, I don't think he's done much tonight. Kylian Mbappe, I don't think he's done much. Apart from almost winning a penalty for Madrid in the first half, I feel like he hasn't been that involved in the game. The Swansea lad is getting ready to come on for Madrid. I got confused for a sec when you said the Swansea lad. I got confused. Hydrate again. I got you. Luka Modric, the Ballon d'Or winner, and the Swansea lad is coming on for Real. Have a safe flight, Champa. Have a safe journey. Always Arias says, is Salah in your top 5 favorite players of all time? Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Thank you, Marius. Yeah, Modric is perfect, but honestly, he should have probably come on earlier. Imagine if you got to meet Salah, that would be crazy. Crazy. What a goal from Saka, by the way. The calmness in front of goal from Bukayo, that for me, that was like a Salah-esque finish. Like the one he scored at the Etihad, remember? In the Champions League? Away from home when we won 2-1. He just dinked it over. Uh-oh, this could be a problem for Real Madrid. Kylian Mbappe is down. Mbappe is down. There's still enough time, though, for Real Madrid. Seriously, it's the 73rd minute right now. There's more time left in the Madrid-Arsenal game than there is in the Bayern game. Bayern-Inter game. Do you think Trent will play in the remaining games? Yes. I think he will. I think Slot doesn't care about all the drama in terms of media and the news around Trent. I think he just wants to win football matches. And I think he'll want to protect Connor Bradley. So I still think probably Connor Bradley starts. But maybe he brings on Trent in like the 60th minute or something just to, you know, not overplay him too much since he returned from his injury. But I definitely think Slot is not the type to care. He's going to say, you're under contract. You're still a top player. I'm going to play you. I'm just thinking from the Slot point of view. You know what I mean? Madrid probably won't score another. I don't know, Anita. There's going to be a lot of additional time, too, with all this stoppage in play. Damn, guys. It looks like Kylian Mbappe might not be able to come back in the game. That would be a big blow for Madrid. I know he hasn't played that well, but it's still a blow because he's a goal scorer. Guys. No, maybe he'll come back on the pitch. Let's see. Let's see. Brahim Diaz is coming. Brahim Diaz. Wait, is that Mbappe off? Yeah, I think Brahim Diaz has come on for Mbappe. Yeah, guys. That's the end of his night. Wow, he's going to be... He's going to be devastated by that. Because there's still time left in this one. Absolutely devastated. Shh, my Arsenal friend said he's going off early to book his flight to London. No way. Are you freaking kidding? He's that confident. Wait, but the final is in Munich. The final is in Munich, though. Yeah, H2. I might make a video on that tomorrow, honestly, because I don't see it happening. I really don't. Yo, Joseph. Nice to see you in the building. OG says, hi, Leo. I'm back in the building. Sorry I'm late. I keep forgetting that you're going live, but I'm back and I'm glad to be back. Nice to see you, Joseph. I hope you're well. And we'll be live tomorrow, too, for the Man United Lyon game as well. The Man United's entire season kind of rests on that game. Bukayo Saka is off for Arsenal, by the way. He put in another top performance. That goal was crucial, and he took it so well. He always looked dangerous. Late in the build, Lucky Luca, nice to see you. Oh, that's what he meant. Okay, I was confused. I thought you were saying he's planning his trip. I thought you were saying he's planning his trip for the final. Thiago, bro, Caden, I haven't seen him much play football, but Thiago Almada, I used to always sign him on Football Manager. You could get him for cheap on Football Manager, and he was insane in FM. So I really do know him from Football Manager. Guys, stop with the fake scores. Harry Kane has not scored. Harry Kane has not scored. It's fake scores. It's still 2-2. It's still 2-2 in the Bayern-Inter game. It was a fake scores. Damn, the Real Madrid fans don't seem to believe. When you look at some of the faces, they seem to think their team really isn't good enough. Was my career mode go-to? Yeah, and I just know in Football Manager he would be like one of my first signings every time if I was with a team that had the funds. You're new here, Alejandro. Thank you for being in the building. Where are you from? Are you from Spain? Nice to see you in the building. I hope you're well. Red Bull New York fan has become a community support member as well. I want W's in the building. Thank you for the support. I want you spamming those emojis as well. I was so freaking happy on Sunday. Yeah, Joseph. And this weekend we could be even happier because you never know. We could be, we're only two games away right now. Oh my god, that took long. It was not working. Oh god, I'm sorry. But you freaking did it. Big up. Now you got that beautiful What career should I do? Caden, you should do Lille. You should do Lille in Ligue 1 because that's one of my favorite saves I've ever done. Nah, Patrick, you know, OG. I don't know how I didn't already do this for you, Patrick, because I fully trust you. I fully trust you. No, it's still 1-1 right now. It's still 1-1. Harry Kane has not scored. Stop this. I'm gonna hydrate for drama to come because we need something right now. We need a little juice. We need a little bit of juice. Come on. I'm hydrating for some drama because right now it just looks like both teams are just willing to wait out the rest of the game, and Arsenal would be very happy with that because obviously they're 4-1 up on aggregate. Do you see the Newcastle Crystal Palace score? Yeah, 5-0. It's crazy. I have heard of Naeem United. Yes, I have. I've seen them on TikTok. Leo, do you want to come to Ireland? I would love to, bro. I almost did. You know, I had plane tickets and everything. I thought we were going to get to the Europa League final, but then we got knocked out by Atalanta, who ended up winning it, to be fair. But, yeah. Ooh, okay, Caden, then can you do Swansea City? Swansea City. Because Luka Modric just became a part owner in Swansea City this week. So that's the random one that was just in my head. Thank you, Argeta. I appreciate the kind words. You guys are the best. A Leeds fan in the building. You guys are getting promoted this season, so it'll be interesting to see you back in the Prem. It'll be very interesting. You need to come to Ireland. I would love to. Well, when Liverpool go next time, it's going to be the reason to go. Did you go to the final? No, iconic. Because obviously Liverpool didn't make it, so I didn't end up going. But the plan was to go to Dublin otherwise. Not spelled that way, but pronounced. Wait, so Çalhanoğlu. That's it. That's it. Thank you. Çalhanoğlu. Yeah, I've heard that actually often before. Çalhanoğlu. That's the way to pronounce it. Thank you, bro. That rings a bell because obviously heard people say his name. I go on his channel just to see him cry about United. Samuel says PSG will win the Champions League. Let's see. I think it's impossible to predict, bro. Impossible. It was in Dublin. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of Liverpool fans in Ireland. I know that for sure, Patrick. From what I've heard, a huge fan base for Liverpool in Ireland. Back in town. Hey, Jason. Nice to see you back in town. But yeah, you guys are in the building. If you want more good vibes, I'll be live. We'll be live tomorrow night again, same time, for the game that will decide whether it can still be a successful season for United or not. Because, yeah, United are going to throw all their eggs in the Europa League basket. I mean, you look at where they are in the league, that's done. If they win the Europa League, it could be a trophy and Champions League football. So, obviously, that kind of is a doable dream for United fans as well. Especially considering that this year, remember how in previous seasons, whichever teams Champions League teams finished third in their groups, they used to drop down to the Europa League. That's no longer the case. So when you look at the teams in the Europa League this season, I think it's less competitive probably than the last few seasons because you don't have the Champions League teams in them, you know? Or at least the ones that got brought down, you know? Did you see the PSG game yesterday? Yes, we did a watch along for that one. It was crazy. It was really crazy, bro. Nearly a comeback for Villa. Absolutely. Nearly. LFC fan forever. I'll support you. You can get into the team. If you believe it and you work hard for it, it can happen. What do you mean go 12? Here from Atlanta, Georgia. Nice to see you. Are there a lot of Liverpool fans in Georgia? I've never been there before. Never been. Red Moon says, I don't like PSG, but if they win, at least we know we were beaten by the winners. Yeah, I think a lot of Liverpool fans feel that way. Villa boy, OG in the building. Do you think Lyon or Man United? I think Lyon stand a chance. You know, United aren't obviously in good form, so you never know what can happen. And that's why I'm curious for that game. Because, like I said, obviously, United's entire season does rest on that game, whereas Lyon are doing pretty well in Ligue 1. Right? Are doing pretty... Let me see where they are in the French league. But I'm pretty sure they can still get... Let me have a look. Yeah, look, Lyon's in 4th place. They're just 2 points off 2nd. So Lyon can still get automatic Champions League spot. So honestly, I would say the game tomorrow is kind of bigger for Man United. So, yeah. We'll see. Should be interesting. Okay, Joseph. You mean as a manager? Leo, what's your thought? What would your thoughts be if Bobby Firmino came back and replaced Diogo Jota? Also, who's better, Federico Chiesa or Harvey Elliott? Bro, I can't compare players like that because they're so different. I can't. But I don't think it's the best idea for Bobby Firmino to come back just because he's not, especially having spent this time in Saudi Arabia, he's not going to be the same player, you know? And I would rather have the best memories of him rather than memories where he's just no longer the player he used to be. Just like Robertson, I think as much as I love him and I think he's one of our great legends of the Klopp era, I think it might be a good idea for him to leave before he makes too many errors where people might remember, you know, because of recency bias and stuff, or recency within our memory, we might start to remember some of those memories and not forget, but have that as part of our memory for Robbo, when what really matters is how consistent he was for us for so many years and how incredible he was, you know? But yeah, same philosophy, I think. Nah, Lyon is doing really well. They actually picked up form. And like I said, they're 2 points off of being in 2nd. 2 points in Ligue 1. Do you think Chiesa is underrated? By slot? Yeah. Exactly. And not just that, Bobby Firmino doesn't even play in Saudi from what I checked in recent. I don't even think he was registered, right? So, like, imagine. Yeah, but Elena, the Wicked is going to be incredible. And we're going to be live again this weekend for the Leicester game. So there will be lots to come. Don't you worry about that. Lots to come. Yeah, look, let me check the last time Bobby played a game. Let me have a look. The last time Bobby played a game was March 11th. You know what I mean? So he hasn't played for a while. Alfie Gaming, you should do Lille. Last chance for Bayern, basically. In the box. He hasn't retired, but I think he's not registered within that team anymore, which is so sad for him, you know? Am I live Friday? I don't think Friday, but this weekend, yes. And tomorrow, yes. Tomorrow night. Mohammed, I'm half French, half Icelandic. But I lived in New York for 11 years as well. Bayern had a chance at the end there, but I think this is pretty much game over. It looks like Bayern Munich is going to be knocked out of the Champions League. Look at this. Thomas Müller got a header towards it, but I think it's pretty much game over for Bayern, you guys. And also probably pretty much game over for Real Madrid. Shot on target, but Easy save for Raya there. The Real Madrid fans look so frustrated. Look at the crowd. Yeah, Bayern Munich, look. 30 seconds left in the game. 30 seconds left. Who's your favorite Liverpool player? Right here. Stevie G. Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard. Bobby Firmino. Roberto Firmino. Are you watching? I'm watching both right now to see if there's any last minute drama, but it looks like the Inter Bayern game is over, right? That's crazy. They deregistered Bobby Firmino to sign Galeno. The disrespect, bro. The disrespect. I can't believe it. Patrick, thank you for that, but I would rather, honestly, people are on the YouTube, Patrick, just because on YouTube it's possible to do a lot more. Like, it's possible to have all of this, whereas on TikTok it's not possible, you know? Joseph, thank you very much for your kind super chat. It is much appreciated. Guys, I want W's in the building. Look at that beautiful profile pic from Joseph too. I want W's in the building of Salah signing that extension. Who says, on my old Liverpool career mode, I beat Chelsea 10-2. They went down to 8 men. And I'll create you an FC25 and send it to you on Instagram. It won't be the best, but I'll give it my best shot. Big up, Joseph. I want W's. That's crazy. Yeah, guys, Bayern are officially out. Inter Milan have advanced to, that was a tight in the end, by 1 goal margin. Guys, the semi-final on that side of the bracket is going to be Barcelona against Inter Milan. Barcelona against Inter. Do you think Arsenal can beat PSG? Yeah, I do think so. Because Arsenal are solid defensively. Look, the only way Real Madrid scored over Arsenal over 2 legs was a defensive mistake, which, let's be real, Saliba rarely makes those kind of mistakes. They gifted them the goal. Apart from that, what has Real Madrid really done in terms of creating problems for Arsenal? And yes, it's true, Real Madrid just haven't been good. Real Madrid haven't been good, but I still think it shows Arsenal have been really solid defensively. And I do think they're one of the best teams in the world, defensively speaking. Oh, Arsenal could have space here on the counter-attack. Martinelli's making a sprint. Martinelli is in a 1v1 situation, and he's faster than his defender. He scores. Martinelli. Game over. Arsenal beat Real Madrid twice. Convincingly 3-0 at home. And they've just sealed it late on in additional time. Gabriel Martinelli makes it 2-1 for Arsenal away at Madrid. And honestly, I think it's deserved. Honestly, I think Real Madrid have been so poor tonight. And like I said, the only goal that has come from them was a defensive mistake from Saliba, a gift. And otherwise, Arsenal have been the much better team. Let's be real. Look how quick Martinelli was on that counter-attack. Look how quick he was. And then that's going to be historical, guys. Imagine the memories for Arsenal fans. Bye-bye Madrid. All of that talk from Real Madrid the last few days, the last 48 hours, all the Vinny Jr. was posting on his story, we're coming, we're gonna come back. Everybody was saying it. All the fans. Bro, they did not show up. This is more than deserved for Arsenal. This Real Madrid team is so bad, honestly. I wish we had gone to play them again. Why did we only get to play them once in the group stages? Why didn't we get to play them more? Our Red Bull New York fan says, thank God I don't have to watch Madrid again this season. Top tier hate watch though. Bro, they're so bad. We can say ciao ciao. This is the team Trent is joining, bro. They're so bad. Madrid deserve this reality check, bro. The only English team in the semifinals. W Arsenal, Mason, nice to see you, bro. Yeah, they definitely deserved it. I think we can say those two things. I think we can say. But again, what I think makes Arsenal such a dangerous team in the Champions League, again, their defensive record. They are really solid defensively, even without Gabriel. So, for anyone thinking that PSG is just gonna roll over them, nah, I think Arsenal stand a chance. This is the team. This is the team Trent is going to, bro. Trent is definitely watching the game as well. You gotta give it to Arsenal. They deserve it, 100%. GG's. They cooked over 2 legs. Him Kong, they really deserved it over 2 legs. Truly, they did. You have to give them credit. I swear if Trent is watching this, he's cooked. Wow. Wow. I gotta say I'm a little bit shocked. I gotta say I'm a little bit shocked. Because of the expectation. Usually it is to play for Real Madrid on a big European night. And they showed absolutely nothing tonight. Like, tell me one time Raya had to make a top save. Genuinely. Like I said, apart from the moment where Saliba gifted them the goal. I don't even think he had to make many saves. Like, that's how bad Madrid were. Jeez. So, ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao, Madrid. It's finished. Their season is finished. I don't see how they beat Barca in the cup final, and I don't see how they win La Liga. How many points are they behind in La Liga? How many points are they behind? Let's have a look. But Ancelotti is definitely probably going to leave at the end of the season now. Don't you guys think? I feel like surely there's no way he stays now. There's no way he stays. Real Madrid are 4 points. Okay, they're 4 points behind. So maybe it's not 100% over. Hey, Mason, do you think this could affect Trent's decision? No. The reason I don't think so is because I think whoever is going to replace Carlo Ancelotti, they already know who's going to replace Carlo Ancelotti. I think he's going to leave. Real Madrid fans seem like they want him gone. And the manager that I think is probably going to take over is probably Xabi Alonso. You know what I mean? So maybe the future would look different. Dave says this game has been really good for Mohamed Salah's Ballon d'Or chances. LBLFC says these Bellingham and Endo comparisons need to end. He's absolutely crap. Oh my god. See, this is why I love... Oh, bro. No way. People are saying this could really impact Salah's chances. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Asim? Did you hear the rumors that Madrid... Yeah, bro, I'm going to make a video on that tomorrow. What do you guys think? If Barca also get knocked out of the Champions League, do you think that gives Salah a much better chance of winning the Ballon d'Or? Because I would tend to agree with that. I would tend to think yes, he would have a bigger chance. But what do you guys think of that? You think Barca will get knocked out by Inter? You really think that? Bro, I'm still in shock at that performance from Madrid. Like the fact that there was just zero drive from them, or any kind of desire. Like the Madrid fans are definitely going to be absolutely fuming. Absolutely fuming. No doubt about it. This is so insane that even what? What are you saying? I'm just happy that Real Madrid fans can shut up about. Oh my god. Crazy how much Liverpool fans disrespect Barca or anyone that beats them. PSG are going to cook, grill, and barbecue sauce to Arsenal. I think it's going to be a close one. Over 2 legs, I think it's going to be real close. I think it's going to be real close. Oh no, this phone. Oh, this. Yeah, Joseph, I got you. I just did a post on Instagram on Liverpool goals. You're watching Trent. If he joins, he makes a big mistake. Oh, I hope the decision isn't done already. Leo, who do you think is better, Arsenal's defense or PSG's attack? That's a good question. Completely iconic. You heard me on the live. If you were there with James and everything, I always thought Rodri was deserving of it. Always. Thank you, Football FC. Shout out to you and happy birthday to you, my lord. Happy birthday. I mean, the one thing you can say about this Champions League is I really don't think you can predict it. I really don't think you can predict who's going to win it. And that, I think, is good. I couldn't tell you. PSG versus Inter final is what you think? Yeah, guys, let me know actually in the chat. Let me know right now in the chat what you guys think the final is going to be. What do you think the final will be? H2, it's the same. It's just Leo's goals. Leo's goals. But I personally, I probably think I would probably, man, you think Inter, I think it might be PSG Barca. I think it's going to be PSG Barca, the final. Ultimate Football says Real Madrid is out, Barca is in. I'm so happy. Yeah, Ultimate Football, you must be buzzing. I think it's going to be PSG Barca, and that would be a special final. Imagine that. Simple says PSG versus Inter and Inter win. Damn, imagine. Imagine. Big up anything and everything. Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Who said this tie was reminiscent of the Liverpool versus City tie in 17-18. So true. The scoreline is exactly the same too, right? We beat them in the first leg 3-0 at home with that finish from Ox. And then in the second leg, we beat them 2-1 at the Etihad. And Salah scored a very similar goal to the goal Bukayo Saka scored tonight as well. The dink over the keeper. But you're so right, actually. It's so similar. Patrick says it could also be a recreation of 2006 Barca versus Arsenal. Sophia Kolsa, nice to see you, who says, for me, PSG defo deserve to win it, but it's so unpredictable. I've been saying PSG Barca for a while, but I have a feeling Barca win it all. Who do you think will win the final, though? I have no clue. I have no clue. Genuinely, that's the thing. I have no clue. Really. It's too hard to predict. It really is. It really is. But, yeah, I don't know. I have no clue. But I think PSG Barca final would be fantastic. I think it would be a great game. It would be a really, really great game of football. Because both teams would go for it. Do you think Mbappe was better to join Real Madrid or the Reds? I don't think we were ever gonna be within a shout of him because of the fees it would take to get him. I don't think we were ever in for Mbappe, so yeah, I don't think it was an option. I think he was always gonna go to Madrid. Let's go, Sonia. Likewise. For the love of football, don't let Arsenal win, says Iconic. Who do you think's better, Arsenal? I don't. Can I answer that? That's a great, guys. LFC God, great question, and I was stuck on it. What do you think's better, Arsenal's defense or PSG's attack? I think that's why it's going to be an incredible matchup, but I can't answer that. But let's see. What do you guys think in the building? And Jeff C, nice to see you as well, who says, how do you feel about Arsenal winning the Champions League? They're not winning the Champions League. It's too early. We'll see. We'll see. PSG's attack is what most of you guys are saying. Okay. Most of you guys are saying PSG's attack. Wow. Rakan says I'm 90% sure Arsenal are going to beat PSG. Whoa. Will you stream tomorrow? Yes, Yusuf, I will be live tomorrow at the same time. So I believe it's 7:55 p.m. UK time. So 5 minutes before kickoff of the Man United Lyon stream. And I'm going to draft it right now after this one. My Jinx power made Madrid lose. It's too strong. Can you have them? Hussein, it all depends. If Barca get knocked out, I think if Barca get knocked out by Inter or Barca don't win the Champions League, I don't see why Yamal and Rafinha have had such better seasons than Salah. You know? Big up, Joseph. Thank you. I'm a United fan. Well, Lee, if you want to bring in your United energy in the building tomorrow, your team will be playing in the building. Although I will be supporting Lyon. I'm sorry. I have to tell you the truth. It is when you look at the game tonight, though. It's hard to believe that Trent wants to wants to go to this club. I'm sorry, but it just is. When you look at the game, and you look at some of their performances in La Liga too. Seriously. Thank you, Ivana. I appreciate your kind words. Bodo is playing against Lazio tomorrow. As a Norwegian, Bodo going to the semifinal would be huge. Yeah, wow, that would be huge. Wow. Good night, Ashwini. Hadn't slept even for a minute. Jeez, that's crazy. See you tomorrow. Yeah, you guys, that is gonna be it for this stream because tonight what I usually do is I actually film the videos at night so I can edit them in the morning. But yeah, you guys, big up all of you that were in the building supporting as always. You know, even if the game itself wasn't the best at times, you guys made it special this night, this stream, and us coming together. So big up to all of you. Thank you. And I will see you guys literally tomorrow night. Like I said, same time. I'll draft it as well, so it'll be there. And yeah, you guys, I hope you all have a beautiful sleep or rest of your day if it's not the night. And yeah.